Jobs came in better than expected. Inflation came in lower than expected. Employment dropped. But yet the market still sold off. This is not normal. Well, it is if you understand what comes next. When good news doesn't lift the markets, that's when you really pay attention because that means something under the surface is breaking. So today, I'm going to show you what's breaking. And we're going to break down why Wall Street doesn't trust these numbers, why this is a defensive environment, not a bullish one, and 3 companies built to win when confidence disappears. And the last company I'm going to talk about is definitely a sleeper, so you definitely want to stay around. And if you misread this moment, you won't just miss the upside. You'll be in position, but you'll be on the wrong side of the cycle. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, man. Make sure you like and subscribe, man. Share this out and help us get this video to 2,000 likes, y'all. It truly helps us in the algorithm. It helps us just keep putting great information out to help y'all out. And let's go. All right, so let's start here. Jobs report came in, and we added 130,000 jobs. Unemployment dropped to 4.3%. That's huge, especially when you look at the fact that all 2025, we didn't add these type of numbers, right? And so this is on an uptick. I mean, this is what we're looking for, right? Well, not exactly. But if we go a little further, we can ask ourselves this question. Sectors that did lose a lot of jobs in January. The government lost 42,000 jobs. Financial activities lost about 22,000 jobs. Information lost about 12,000 jobs. And transportation and warehousing lost 11,000 jobs. Now, that is a lot of jobs to be losing. But if we look at it, all 2025 didn't do these type of numbers. The last time we saw something of this nature was actually 2024. And I mean, what can we expect? But here's the thing about that. The market ticked up high and then it sold off. So that tells us a lot of people aren't believing the numbers. Now, I'm not here to say the numbers are right. I'm not here to say the numbers are wrong. What I am here to say is we got to navigate the market no matter what, right? That's what we have to do. I'm not going to get caught up in them numbers are fake, them numbers are real, because if the number would have came in low, you'd have said, yep, that's it. And if the numbers came in high, you say, I don't believe them. So for me, I don't want you to get caught in that. I want you to just navigate what's going on. A lot of traps are being set right now. And so as the markets do something to push up, they see retail investors going in, they trapping them, and then they going back down. So when you don't see markets running on good news, you know it's something to be hesitant about. But let's go a little deeper. Inflation is down to 2.4% from 2.7%. Now, that's huge when we think about that. Now, I will say this. A stronger job report doesn't mean a great economy because it can be selective. But here's what we do know. After those job numbers, President Trump made a tweet and said, great job numbers, far greater than expected. United States of America should be paying much less on borrowing, which is bonds. We are again the strongest country in the world and should therefore be paying the lowest interest rate by far. Watch that. This would be interest cost savings of at least $1 trillion per year, balanced budget. Plus, wow, the golden age of America is here. And then Trump also said that if Kevin Walsh does his job correctly, we can see growth of about 15%. Now, the thing about that is we think about all that in totality. That's a soft landing in the making. So why didn't stocks rally? Because markets, they trade headlines, but they also look for credibility. Now, here's some key points. 2025 had multiple negative job months, still had a rallying market. Government job losses rising, transportation and information sectors contracting, inflation even improving. But the market sees slow hiring, falling inflation, that's cooling. So it's not celebration, it's a slowdown. So before we get into anything further, I want to talk about the first stock that I actually like in these type of environments because that tells us that we got to be protective. I like Hershey, ticker symbol HSY. Now, the stock is up 22% year to date, and the stock is up 41% in 1 year. Why is that important? Because we've been looking at this environment for some time. It's recessionary resistant demand because chocolate is affordable and it's an indulgence. Consumers trade down luxury for small comforts. It has pricing power. Hershey has repeatedly passed through cocoa inflation. They have strong brand loyalty, margin resilience, cash flow stability, steady operating cash flow, and they have dividend support. So when confidence drops, consumers don't stop spending. They just shift where they spend at. Now, Hershey benefits from what's called a trade down psychology, where The growth isn't skyrocketing, but the stability of the company is the anchor. So I like this kind of company in this type of environment, because what I want us to do is I want us to find companies where we can still benefit from the weakness in the environment, companies that are still performing, and then we can also position ourselves to see where the discounts are. That's how we play this game at a high level. Now, let's think about this. Consumer spending is 70% of GDP. So if hiring slows down, that means income slows. That means confidence drops. Discretionary spending, which is disposable money, that drops. Earnings then compress. The market didn't rally because good news actually feels fragile. So when markets don't trust strength, you shift your psychology from being offensive to defensive. It's okay. Remember, offense puts up numbers, but defense wins Super Bowls. And we in this thing to win Super Bowl. We want to build wealth strategically. We can't be bullish, not seeing, well, they're playing a nickel defense right here. So we got to switch up a little bit. So here's why quietly money is rotating into environments like this. And it's not tech, it's not hyper growth, but it's cash flow, it's necessity, it's pricing power, it's operational discipline. I want to take a minute right here before we get into anything else and give you the opportunity. I would love for you to come join our Patreon community. We've been actually making some really good profits, just positioning ourselves for defense. And as of right now, our recession portfolio is beating the market, which is good. I appreciate that. And we're also seeing some members that are making some nice returns in this type of market environment. I'm not going to lie and say we don't have some losers here and there. That's a part of the game. But over the last maybe 3 or 4 weeks, as we shifted and seen how this market is playing, maybe say 4 or 5 weeks, we've really been doing really good in this market. And I would love for you to come join us, as we have been in energy with companies like GEV, Advanced Energy, AEIS. We've also positioned ourselves in Caterpillar. We've also positioned ourselves in Costco. Some of our members have positioned themselves in Walmart based on some of the things we had because they couldn't get in Costco, so Walmart was a better pick. And we've also been in companies like STX, which has been really good. We do have some losers like Goldman Sachs, who kind of didn't really do right by us, but we're okay. And so I would like to extend my invite to you to come join a community that can help you navigate these tough times, that can help you put systems in place for your trading, and that can help you actually be more confident in what you're doing. Let's get back to this video right quick. When we think about cash flow, necessity, pricing power, operational discipline, would be none other than Southwest. Ticker symbol LOVE, LUV. Now, the stock is up 24% year to date and is up 73% in 1 year. Now, this is domestic focus. Less exposure to global macro volatility, low cost carrier model, and economic pressures. Consumers trade down to cheaper airlines. Now, I'll say this, I'm a Delta person, but Delta ain't as luxury as we think it is. We're trying to get from point A to point B. Now, what Southwest has is fleet modernization, they have fuel efficiency, and they have balance sheet repair. They spent a lot of years since post-COVID getting things right. So if inflation cools and all stabilizes, margins improve, I think consumers are going to still travel, but they'll travel cheaper. Southwest, well, it captures that flow. They're positioned between luxury airlines, which is premium travel, and ultra budget, which is low service. So you don't have to go Delta, which is so-called the luxury in the domestic world. And you don't have to go Spirit. So Southwest is right where they need to be. They found that sweet spot. I think this is really urgent because when data doesn't lift markets up, it means that institutional position is defensive. Rotations happens before retail even notices it. And you don't wait for the recession headlines. You position yourself with confidence while you see it cracking. And that's what this video is all about. Now, I have another company I want to bring to you. But this is the moment where everything becomes clear. This is the moment where everything becomes highlighted. This is the moment where we become better investors. And that's all I want for us. This stock is asleep for real. It's none other than Bluebird, BLBD. The company is up 19% year to date and is up 150% in 5 years. This is a sleeper. What do? Well, they manufacture school buses, diesel and electric. Now, think about this. Government-backed demand. School districts replace fleets regardless of the cycle. Federal clean energy subsidies. Electric buses adopt, supported by grants. Infrastructure, even in Slowdown. This is needed. The backlog is visible. Large order backlog. That means predictable revenue. School buses aren't cyclical. They're mandated. And if parents cut spending, districts still replace buses. This is quiet cash flow. And I like to give us sleepers. Think about the last time you saw buses not running. School buses. Bluebird, to be exact. As a matter of fact, I want you to just walk around in your neighborhood and say, damn, this is a Bluebird bus. This is not hype. This is not a narrative. This is contracted demand, and that's what I want to put us in. I want to put us in positions that help us win. I want to put us in positions where we don't panic. I want to put us in positions where we can preserve capital and still get the gains that we need. I want us to play defense to win championships. I want us to build our cash flow exposure, and I want us to wait with clarity. Because when the cycle turns, we can already be in position. You want to be liquid and you want to be positioned. You do not want to be chasing. Especially in an environment where headlines are sending the market one way or another, what tweets are sending the market one way or another. Well, good news is sending the market down and bad news is sending the market to hell. We don't want that type of pressure. We don't want that type of anxiety. You want to build wealth with confidence. You want to build a portfolio that's right, and that's my goal. Not to always just have the hype companies, but have some companies that people are sleeping on that you can still navigate the system with. So we think about a company like Hershey's. Think about it. They have the most dominant players when it comes to chocolate, right? Because people don't negotiate. I want Dubai chocolate. I want chocolate. And the go-to name for chocolate is Hershey's. People want to fly. Guess what? First class isn't as important as everything else, but guess what people can do? You can get on Southwest Airline, pay the higher ticket, and still be in the front. And then Bluebird, our kids got to go to school. And guess what? Not just during school, even in the summertime, when summer camps use school buses. These are companies that are still in demand. These are companies that can still win the game. So let's not get caught up in the headlines. Let's just look for great companies that can keep giving us a solid return and that can help us finish this year strong. We're only in the beginning, y'all. We got 10 more months left. We got to preserve capital and we got to position ourselves. Our dollars are our ammunition to build wealth. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, man. And if you like this video, man, share it out with somebody. If you find value in this, comment below. Let's go.